Hey, this is Geoff Hohwald, and I just thought I'd show you some of the stuff we just got in from Banjo Warehouse, and of course we've got some guitars in here as well. So if we just go down the line, so here we have some Gibsons. Here's a RB3. Here's a 2000 Rich Air RB4. Then we've got a lot of Japanese instruments we've reconditioned. They're excellent instruments, and they've almost been forgotten about. We have a White Eagle, a Washburn B16, which is actually made overseas. We have a 96 Gibson ES49, and then we have some vintage Fenders. We've got some Japanese Ibanez, Alvarez, and then in guitars, of course, we've got this pre-war. And we're going to do videos of all these. And we have a nice Collings CJ, a 249 Classics in the middle here. That's the one that has the bow tie on it. And then we have back here we have a Gibson 1964 Country Western Gibson, which is the same guitar that Sheryl Crow plays, and various other things. And there's a second, here's another 49 Classic. Anyway, these are things that have come in the last probably 2 weeks, and this represents maybe 15% of our entire inventory. So if you want to see an inventory that's incredible. Now, the other thing that we've been doing, I'm going to just lay this guitar here for just a second. Probably something you shouldn't do at home, because you might step on it. Okay, so we'll take an instrument, and we'll get actually a close-up of this, and what we do is we totally disassemble it, and we have purchased, well, I'll just tell you, if you decide to do this at home, you need about, in order to buff these, you have to have the correct tools, you have to have the correct buffer, or you're going to buff the nickel off of it. So assuming you have the correct things to do. So we went to our friend Steve Huber, who helped us out and told us what to do, showed us what to do so as not to damage the instruments. And man, these things come out clean. Now this whole process, tearing it down, inspecting it, buffing it, putting it back together, normally we have a new head and new strings. It takes about 4 hours, okay? And we now know what we're doing. It used to take about 6 hours. Now I'll tell you this, when we first started doing this, we would go over to the local hardware store and we got various, chrome cleaners, gold cleaners, nickel cleaners, and we got various things, and we would take these apart and we would by hand try to clean them, and it just doesn't work. You have to have a buffer with very special wheels on it. Now, today is, what's today? Tuesday, July the 7th. So we're gonna shoot a bunch of videos today with these particular banjos. And if you have any questions, you can always go to banjowarehouse.com, and you'll see pictures of all these banjos. You can call us also, but we'll tell you that in the video at 404-372-5482, and that's Andy. But the thing I did want to say is we put a lot of effort into finding banjos. We make sure they're set up properly, and if it has a problem, let's say fret issues, it has neck issues, meaning the neck doesn't touch or is not fit to the body correctly, we actually take that to someone who's an expert at it, and we have that corrected. So when you get a banjo from us, it's going to be right. And people call us all the time and they say, oh man, we're gonna, I can buy that same model cheaper. And we say, well, that's fine, no problem. And then we look at it, of course, you just don't know what you're gonna get. So the other thing about Banjo Warehouse we tried to do is we have all these different models. So if you want to hear what a RB4 sounds like versus an RB3 versus a Earl Scruggs Deluxe versus a Granada, And then if you want to, in this case, we have a Robin Smith banjo. If you want to get a really, really good quality imported, we're Japanese banjo made in the 70s. We have those that totally reconditioned, and you'll notice that they're far superior to other imported instruments, and they're an incredible value. And these are for people who want a beginning banjo and maybe want to, get into that 800 to 1500 range roughly, because quite frankly, with new stuff on the market, you may not, well, I don't want to knock anybody's product, but it's really nice to have an instrument that has been gone through and that's professionally set up, everything corrected, and if we do run into an instrument that's just totally messed up, we're not going to sell it to you. So that's it. So you guys have a great day, and we're about to have some fun shooting some videos.